Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your friend Okoyemi Stephen in the School of Learning and Development. Okay, thank you for coming to my YouTube channel once again. So as you can see from your screen today I will be discussing on a topic how message recall works and its configuration in the Exchange Admin Center. The word message recall. If you could look at it, it said it allows a user to retract or unsend quotation mark a message after it has been sent. You can see the word after it has been sent. So which means that if a user peradventure sent a message that the user sent a message to someone who is not supposed to receive this message, you understand me? So this message recall allows you to what to retrieve to retract what that particular message, okay, but it has its own word limitation, it has its own word disadvantage. And what is this disadvantage of this message recall? I can say because it only works with the same tenant, so which means that if you are sending to another organization, if this particular message was sent to another organization, you might not have the capability to what to recall that particular message. It only works between what the same word tenant. Okay, so which means that if peradventure if you send a message to a colleague mistakenly, you understand, maybe like you are searching for somebody, maybe you know when you go to your organization, your global list address, when you type for somebody, maybe let's say if you type for Stephen and you have like different Stephen, and maybe peradventure you are just maybe you are fast and you just click on any Stephen, and probably you just feel, I've sent it to the wrong person, but it's still within that same organization. So you can use what this message trace to what to go and what retrieve that message from that person what inbox, irrespective of that maybe they've read it or not. I think the only disadvantage is that if you have an attached document and they've downloaded it on their computer, they will still have access to that. But the message will still be what will retracted back from them. Okay, so but if you send it to an external user, let's say if you send it to somebody who is using a Gmail address, a Gmail or a Yahoo, you understand, such message cannot be recalled back again. You understand? So if you send it to another organization which is not within your own organization, you understand, so such message cannot be what recall back. So that is, I know that is what one of the what disadvantage of this um message recall, but it's something that is very good, you understand. So I believe you should, it's something that you will like and you will enjoy. Now what are disadvantage of this message recall? One is said error correction. So which means that what it allows you what to make corrections. Let's say you send a message and you feel that, oh, there's an error in this message, so you can what retract that message and what correct that error, and before you can now what resend to that user. We have privacy and confidentiality. Let's say the message you send was that is confidential message and you mistakenly send it to the wrong person. So what you just need to do is to quickly go and what and retrieve what that message back. Okay, we have what professionalism and reputation management, which also fall in the category of what confidentiality, which improve what communication control. This is another advantage of this message recall. It what improve what communication what control. And then lastly, it reduces stress and anxiety. Let's say you send it to the wrong person, oh, you are just down, you are just down, you don't want to work again because you feel that you have sent a message to the wrong person, and this might partly what implicate you. So with this trace, you can what retrieve that message back from the user. Okay, so quickly I will just jump up to the my admin portal. So this is my Microsoft admin portal. So here I will now come up here and click on the exchange, which I'm going to show you the configuration of this message trace, and we're also going to do a demo to see how this message trace, I mean how this message recall works. Okay, so when you send this message, how do you recall this message back? And when I send it, I'm going to also practicalize. I will send it to another organization email, and you will see if that email can be what retrieved back or not. Okay, so now this is my exchange environment, okay, which is the admin.exchange.microsoft. Okay, so now when you come to this environment here, now here you just straight and come up here and click on what settings. You click on settings. Now, when you click on your settings, then you come up here and click on mail flow. Click on your mail flow. Now, when you click on your mail flow, now this is where you now have the settings, where you have what the configuration of this word of this message word recall. You can see it here now. Now, from here, you can see you have what reply all storm protection. So this is being selected. This one we have maximum number of recipients. We have 1,000 to 5,000. You can see here you have maximum number of reply all. You have 20 to 10, 2 to 20, and we have block duration. We have 1 to 24 hours. So here you can what play around with these settings and see how it depends on the policy of your organization. So you can come up here and set it. Now, here you have the message recall. You have enable cloud-based message recall. You have allow user to recall message read by what recipient. So irrespective of whether maybe they've read it or not, we still have what the ability to what to recall what that message are back. Okay, now here you now have enable recall alert for recipient. If you click on that, here you have for all recall messages for only only for recall messages that were read by what recipient. So if you click on this simply means that when that message is going to be recalled, it will be only for what recall messages that were read by what by recipient. So to do that, you can just what uncheck this. You understand? So you uncheck this. So see that maybe they've read that message or not. We can what we can recall what that particular message back. Okay, so here you have do not allow sender to recall message older than this. You have 365, which is a year. You can increase it up to like I think up to like 10 years. Yeah. So just do the calculation and you put the numbers there, and you have the days there, and you have what the hours, and then you can now click on what your save. Okay. So whenever configuration you do here, click on save, and it automatically what apply to all the users in that word organization. Okay, so now I want to make use of a particular user. So I have my admin. So here I'll come up here and look for a user. I want to use this particular user here to practicalize this message trace. Or let me use Victoria. Okay, so I'm going to use this user Victoria. So this is the email. So I'm going to log into this Victoria email and also what send message. Okay, so this is Victoria. Okay, now I want to log in into our email. So I will click on, let me click on the incognito mode. Yeah, click on that. That should work for me. I'll go to office.com. Here, I will now sign in. I'll sign in to this user. Yeah, click on that. And then I will now type in the password of that user. Type in the password of that user. Give me a second while I look for that password. Okay. So I'm going to put in the password of that user. I'll click on sign in. Yeah. Okay. Good. So I'll click on no. Depends on you. So here, let's click get rid of this. Yeah. Okay. Now, so this is the user here. So here I'll now come up here. Already the user has the license. So this is the Microsoft Outlook. Click on that. Now, remember that what I'm doing here, I'm using what? The web browser. So the web base, you understand? So you can actually what? Also do it on the client, okay? So I will send an email and then also go to the client and see what we are doing. So here I will now come up here, click on new email. Here I will now come up here and now type. Now, who do I want to send this email to? Now, let me look for a particular, let me go back to my admin page. Admin, now let me look for another user I can use for that. Let me see which user I want to use. Okay, so let me just create a user. I just want it to be fresh. So that's why. So I'll create a user. Let me just quickly create a user and then just give that user a license and make use of it. Okay. So I'll create a user. Yes, I'm just creating a random name. Okay. So I'm not using anyone's name I know. All right. Okay. So here, yeah, this is the domain. Yeah, I'll click on that. Here, I'll say create a password for me automatically. Click on next. Here, I'll assign a license to that user. Click on next, next. Finish dating, and then I will copy that details of the user with the password. I'll click on close. So we are going to be using this user. So now we want to send email to this user called what? Daniel. Okay. So let me go back. So here I'll come up here and now search for that user, Daniel. Okay. Sorry, let me go back again. Click on, let me refresh so that the user can pop out. Okay, so click on new email. Now look for that user, Daniel. Yes, so this is the user. So here I can give it a message, just give it a subject. Uh, I'll just say meeting. So here I will now look for a message to type. Let me just look for just a demo to just make use of. Okay, so here I'll just look for this and I'll just copy that here, put it there. Now, now I've typed the message. Now I'm sending this message to Daniel. Okay, now I'll click on send. Now here is just telling me that I have a touch. Just click on send. Yeah. Now this message has been sent to Daniel. It has been what? If you go to your sent item, you can see this message is what is sent to Daniel. Now let's now confirm if Daniel would receive this message or not. We know that this message was sent to Daniel, but we want to confirm if he would receive for that particular message. Now I'm going to open another browser and bring it in here. Now on this browser, let me use the incognito mode. So here I will type my office.com. Click on sign in, and I will sign in with that user, which is what Daniel. We want to confirm if Daniel would actually receive that message. Okay. So here I will come up here and then put in the password of that user. So put in the password and then click on your sign in. Oh, is that password? Okay. Hold on. So let me put the password again. If it doesn't work, I'll go and reset the password. Okay, so if the password is not working, let me go and reset the password of that user. Oh, so let me go back. So the username is Daniel. So let me refresh and look for Daniel. Okay, So this is the user Daniel. Let me just reset the password of that user. Yeah, automatically reset the password. Yes, so I can just come up here, copy that, and come up here, put in the password of that user, sign in. So that should get me in. Now, so now I've signed in with this user. And remember that when you are doing this, you must those user need to have what license so you can see what you are doing. So I'll click on my Outlook here. Just click on Outlook, and I will see if that user what received that particular what email. Okay. So now I'm going to refresh. Okay, yeah, this is it here. So you can see now this user was received what that email. Now, what now happens if this user now read this email? Will I still be able to what to recall that particular message? Yes, we can what we can recall it. Okay, so let me just click on it and let's assume that okay, the user has what has read it. Okay, now let's now after that, oh, Victoria now noticed that I'm not supposed to send this message to what to Daniel. So I need to what I need to recall it. So you can recall this message either using the web browser, either so now let me go back to that other user. So let me go back to that user. My now now this is Victoria. You understand? This is Victoria. Now I can recall this message either what from the browser, which is log into your Outlook and come up here and record the message, or you can come up here. Now this is my virtual machine. Now I'm going to log into Victoria on this. This is my Outlook Classic. Let me close it and open it again so you see it. So here I'll type Outlook. Now I'm going to use what my Outlook the new Outlook, so you can use the new one. So if I come up here, I'm just trying to show you how these things can be done. Okay, so now I want to log in with that Victoria. So I'm going to log in with Victoria. So I will put in her password. So this is the client. Okay, okay. Now I've logged in to what to Victoria's account. Now, so yeah, continue. Trying to set up. But at times, if it's taking time to set up, what you just need to do is just close Outlook, close Outlook, and then open it back again, and it should be fine. So I'm using the new Outlook. Okay. So that is it. Now I'm logging to. If I go to my inbox now, you can see it. You will definitely see the message Victoria sent. Just taking time. Let me close that and open again. You should definitely see the message Victoria sent. Okay. Yeah. So this is it inbox. Okay. This is the sent item. So this is the message that Victoria sent to what to Daniel. Okay. Now we want to see how we can what recall this particular message. Okay. So you can recall it either using your clients or using what the Outlook on the web. Okay. So now this is my Outlook with the client. Okay. So when you now come up here, you now come up here and click on go to your sent items. When you get your sent items, you come up here. This is the message. You double click on it. Now, when you now double click on that, you now come here. You can see where you have your more options. So click on that, and from there you should be able to see what recall what message. You can see you recall what message. So you can do that, or another option where you can also do that. This is my Outlook on the web. Okay, I'm logging to Victoria. Can you see that? I'm logging to Victoria. So I can come up here, my sent item, come up here, click on it. Either you double click and then come up here and then see what recall message. Okay. Now, another way I think I can do it, I can come to the message here. I think if you come here, so if you come here, you see that you come up here, double click, or just click on the message. You come here and go to advanced action and click on what? Recall message. Okay, so you can see different method you can use what to recall this your message. Okay, so now I will now click on this recall message. Now here is going to actually recalling this message will delete it from mailboxes of all recipients. Do you want to proceed? Now the beauty of this recall message is you call when you click on OK, it's going to send you a report telling you that either this message has been recalled from that recipient or not. Okay, and also you can message trace, okay, to verify if the email was truly recalled from that user. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, now if I click on OK, remember that we have logged, we have ascertained that what Daniel has received that message. Okay, now click on, he has received it and he has opened it. Okay, so if you click on OK, now let's see what is going to happen. Okay, you can see you have recall attempts at what? Can you see that now? Now this is the report. You get a report. Now go back to your inbox. Now this is the report you get that you are trying to what? Recall that message from Daniel. Okay, now this is where you, because when you click on it, you don't just assume that, oh, the message has been recalled. So you have to come to your report here and now click on, you have view message recall report. Click on that, where it's going to now show you the history. It's going to show you the process, whether this thing has been recalled successfully or not. Okay, so now this is the message recall status. Okay, now this is it. You have recall 0, pending 1, failed 0. So can you see that now? Now here he said getting recall status from the system. Please wait. So he's trying to what? Process it. So as you are waiting, okay, so you have to click on refresh. You can keep on clicking on what? Refresh to see how this message is going to be recalled. So once you get recalled, you see here, it will now move here to say what? Recalled message. So you have to what? Click on refresh, okay, to see if this message has been recalled successfully. So you have to keep on doing that. At times it might take its time. You can leave it and after some time come back and click on what? Your uh refresh. Okay, so but I'm going to be clicking on this refresh to see if this thing is being, wow. So can you now see it? So if you click on that, can you see that now? Can you see that? Record. But look at it now. If you refresh, let's go refresh now. Can you see that now? Message successful word recalled. Can you see that? Message was what? Successful word recalled. Can you see now? So this message has been recalled, has been retracted backward from Daniel. Okay. Now let's now go back to Daniel inbox and see if he still has access to it. Okay. So the reason I'm doing this because it's for you to see how this thing works. Okay. Now let me go back to Daniel. Let me log in back to that Daniel. Now, this is Daniel inbox. Now, can you see that under Daniel inbox now? This is Daniel. Can you see that now? Now, you can see that the message is not there. It no longer has it again. That message is not what in the inbox of what of Daniel. Can you see that now? Can you see the beauty of this message word recall? You can see that that message, although Daniel has opened it, maybe he has not digested the message. He just opened it and just went back, continue what he's doing. And maybe he just, okay, I'll come back later and go through the message. And when Daniel comes back, he will see that, this message is no longer in my inbox again. Why? Because of what? That recipient, sorry, that person, the sender has what? Has recalled that message. You see that maybe there's an error, or you see that maybe the message is confidential, is not meant to be sent to Daniel, and what? Victoria sent that message what? Mistakenly what? To Daniel. Okay, so that is how this message recall actually work. Okay, so you can see that this message, I mean, that message has been recalled. Now, if you want to go further again to analyze, you want to go further to see that was this message really recalled from Daniel inbox? Although we have seen it that it has been recalled. Okay, now I'm going to use the message trace in my Exchange Admin Center to check and see that this message was recalled from Daniel successfully. Okay, because at times some of these users, if this message that is confidential, they might be panicking and say, oh, and they come to you. Okay, so you as an admin or as the exchange administrator, you can also use what your message trace to also verify that this message has been recalled completely from that user. Okay, so now I'll go back to my exchange admin environment, and here I'll click on my mail flow. Under my mail flow, I'll click on this message trace. Okay, click on message trace, and then you click on start trace. Now, sender, who is this sender? Victoria. Okay, Victoria is our sender. So here you will now come up here and type the email address of Victoria. So you can type the email address Victoria. Sorry. Yeah, so Victoria. Now, who is this recipient? Daniel. So here you type Daniel. This is it. Click on that. Remember that these both people are in the same tenant. You can see it's that yemtechit.site. Okay. So now here you now come up here and say delivery status. Just leave it on all. Yeah, this one just leave it the way it is. Yeah, I want to leave it that way. And then come up here and now click on your search. Click on search. Now it's going to start. Now, after doing that, you can see here now you have the message trace search. You can see it was what instantly. You understand? Instantly, you get that, you get the result. Here you now have the first thing, today's date. You can see it 4:50 p.m. Sender Victoria, recipient Daniel, subject recall meeting, status failed. So now you can see the next one here, you have here and you have what? Deliver. This simply means that this message that was sent to Daniel was successfully what? Recalled back. But how do you want to know? Click on that. When you click on that, you get more info. Okay, so you get what? More information about that. Click on your message event. When you click on this here, you can see that what? Although this message was submitted, can you see that now? Here, reason. You can see now. Unprompted, unpromoted event, agent, transport message recall, agent, message recall process complete. Dropping the recall email result is what? Success. Can you see that? So which means that that email was taken what? From the inbox of what? Of Daniel. So you can see from this message trace now, we can see that this message was recalled because you will not have access to Daniel's inbox. I'm just showing you here because of what for for the demo sake. You understand? So we know that we've seen that that email was what was recalled from Daniel. But what in the case you don't have access, you don't first, of course, you won't have access to Daniel's inbox. Okay. So, but we just want to use our message trace to make sure that that message was taken back forward from Daniel. Although from the result it said what it was successfully, but we want to go further to see that this message was taken backward from Daniel. And so therefore we start to use what? The message word trace. Okay. So can you see that now? Okay. Can you see that now? So this is telling us that this message that was sent to Daniel was recalled successfully. So this second one is when you sent the message and it was delivered to Daniel. Okay. And this first one you are saying was the last thing you did to reward, to recall the message you sent to what? To Daniel. Okay. So this is how your message trace simply what? Sorry, your message recall simply what works. So when you recall a message, this is how it works. Like I told you, I've shown you that you can use your client to what? To recall the message. Okay. You can use what the client what to record the message, and also you can use what the browser, which is the Outlook on the web. You go there and what and record that message, and you definitely see that that message was recalled from Daniel. Okay. And one more thing I want to do before I end this video is to see if this message, if I send this message to another tenant, if this record is going to work. Okay, so I have this particular tenant I have access to. uh I have the email address. Okay, so this is another time. Wow. If you look at this one now, this is uh Okpe at ABC of Cloud. Can you see that? At ABC of Cloud email. Okay, now I'm going to send an email from Yemtech tenant to this particular person inbox, and we'll see if that particular message recall is going to work. Okay, so stay tuned as I do that now. Now I'll come up here. This is Victoria. Okay, yeah, this is Victoria inbox. Now I want to send. Now I'm using the client. Okay, I'm logging to my VM. Now I'll come up here, new message. Come up here and now type Okpe at abcofcloud.com. Okay, so that is the email address. Remember that this is another what user from what a separate tenant, and one of the disadvantage is that it only works if you send it to another tenant. That message retrace is not going to work. Okay, so if you send to a Gmail address, you cannot record that message back. It only works better with what the same word tenant. Okay, now I'm going to send a message. Okay, so let me just get something to send. Copy. I'll come up here, just type a message. Let me copy a drafted message I have here. uh so that, and then just give it a subject. Okay, I'll give it a subject here. I'll come up here now, and then I'll click on send. Yes, send for me. Now I've sent that message. Now I sent it to what? To Okwe at what? ABC of Cloud. Now let's now see if he's going to receive it. Okay, so inbox. Now this is it. Now he has received the message. Now Victoria now remember that, oh, I'm not supposed to send this message to what? To this fellow. Okay. Now let's see if that message retrace is going to work. Now I'm going to use the client to do that message trace. I mean, to use that message recall for you. Sorry, I'm using message trace. Pardon me for that. Okay, now here, this is my, go to my sent items. Now this is the person ABC of Cloud. Like I said, come up here, you double click. Now when you double click, it opens on a new window. Now you come up here, click on this where you have more option, and then click on recall message, and now click on your OK. Now, let's now see what is going to happen. Now, remember that you are going to receive what? An email for what? The recall what? Report. So let me close this and go back to my inbox. So this is the message. I'll click on that, and I'll click on view report. So this one, we have to view it on the web. So to view your report, you have to do it on the web. So make sure you are logging to the web to view your report. Okay. So, but let me just minimize the VM, and let me go back to the other side. Okay, so this is Victoria inbox. Okay, so let me close this one. Okay, so this is the inbox. So this is the report we got now. So I'll click on this view report. Now, now from here you can see I have what? Pending. Can you see that now? Pending. Now, if I click on refresh, 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 keep on refreshing, keep on refreshing, keep on refreshing, and we are going to know if this is going to be what, successful or okay. So now, when you keep on refreshing, can you see this now? Can you see that you have what? Failed. You can see The first one we did was what was recalled, but now you can see here you have what failed. Now, why did this fail? Because already from the Microsoft document, they've said it that this work better with what? With the same word tenant. You can see this person here is what? Yemtech.com, Yemtech IT. Okay. And this is what? abcofcloud.com. You can see that now. So it means that that message will not be what recalled from this particular client, this particular what recipient. Okay, so he's going to what have that message to him. So you can see it already failed. No matter what you want to do, keep on refreshing. It has what failed already. Okay, so if you go back to that person now, this is it now. You can see you still have it. In fact, what they now do again is the person now receive an email saying that blah blah blah. Do you want to recall? You see that? So it is still there. You see, you still have what access to that particular word message. Okay, so I hope you have learned something from this uh video. Okay, so you can see how this message call actually work. You can see that I've used what the Outlook client to test it, and you can see I also did it what on the web also. I also try another tenant to do that. Okay, and you can see how it actually what failed. Okay, so this is what we call the message what recall. Okay, so I hope you have really understood this particular demo. Okay, thank you once again. Thank you, thank you. I keep on saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you 1 billion times for coming through to watch my videos. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for taking out your time to watch this video. I hope you have gained a lot of things from this video. If you have any question for me, you can simply what contact me on what LinkedIn. I will reply you immediately, or just put your message on the comment box, and I will definitely get your message. Okay, so please, I want to encourage you to please subscribe, like, share this video, and put comments on it. Okay. If you feel that there's anything, any correction, we are all here to learn. Okay. Message me on LinkedIn, and we are both here to what learn together. Thank you once again for taking out your time to watch my videos. This is your friend Okwemi Steven in the School of Learning and Development. Bye bye. See you in another video.